ready for day 54 of the online dance movement. Let's get going. Today, as I said, we're going to work a little bit on gravity as an introduction to something I'm putting together for a little bit later on, pretty soon actually. Alright, let's sit up in our chairs. And before we get started, we're just going to do a bit of a recap of the Alexander technique for sitting. And with that, it's not just Alexander, because I don't just do that. Hi Kanae, how are you? I don't just do that, I integrate that with other things I'm doing. Because in actual fact, I've done quite a few different things. I've done Alexander technique. I have classical ballet technique, where I've learnt a lot of technique about actually moving. Feldenkrais, body-mind centering, ideokinesis. What else? I'm sure there's even more. Pilates. So what I'm teaching you is not specifically one set way of doing things. This is an integration of different pieces from techniques that I have learned over many years, and then put together with my understanding of the structure and function of anatomy and kinesiology of movement. So some of the things I should really talk about this more. I will talk about this more. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow before I start, because a lot of things we hear are not necessarily perfectly correct. And so anyway, just have a listen to what we do today, because gravity is really important to movement. All right, so we're sitting in our chairs. We're going over the elements of the Alexander technique that are very useful for when we're sitting in our chairs for whatever reason that is. It may be work. It may be if we're sitting in a part of a community situation, at a meeting, in a choir, in all kinds of situations. Knowing how to use active relaxation and lengthening in that position is really useful, because you can sit up for a longer time without getting tired. So allow the neck to be free, allow the weight to go forward and up, like you're feeling like you're moving forward. Allow the back to lengthen, allow the back to widen, allow the shoulders to fall apart, allow the hips to release. Now this is a really important one. Allow the hips to release. Feel the gravity, allowing those hips to release. Okay, so before we even get going with anything to do with gravity really, although it's always to do with gravity, we're going to do some shoulder rolls and things, and we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. Okay, I think we might just use that music again. It was quite good. If I can make it go. Here we go. Hi Christine, how are you? Okay, so we're sitting up in our chairs, sitting on our sit bones. Just let's do some shoulder rolls. 3, 4. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down, up, down. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down. What did I do? Up, down. I can't remember. Down, down. Now let's bring them forward. Hi Ornella. We might even hold our hands. Bring them forward. Now bring them back. Put your hands behind your back if you can. Forward. Hi. Again. See, stretching that upper back. Or open these out. Okay. Now just bring your arm at similar to right ankles, maybe a bit lower, might be easier for some people. We're just going to push that shoulder back. Other hand. Now, Feel gravity drawing the scapulae down and the elbow down, and you're lifting up in opposition to that. Now open it out. Very good. Now both arms. And push back. So you're actually squeezing, well, you're not deliberately squeezing your shoulder blades together, they're just coming together, aren't they? Yeah, now reach down to the side of your chair, but hold your body up because we don't want to strain anything. And then reach down and reach down and reach down. Okay, all right, now let's just warm up the feet, the footsies. We're just going to do a little foot twirl. Oh, took me a little while. Better wave to people. Hi, Christine. Hi, Ornella. Right, so my nose is a little bit blocked. I think it's just the change because I've been in Melbourne and just come back. All right. Point, flex. I'll come back a bit more. Point, flex, point, flex. We want to get these feet warm. Flex, point, flex. Other foot, point, flex, point, flex. Keep this knee nice and stretched. Flex, point, and in. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and in. Point, flex, flex, point, flex, point, and in. To the side. Point, flex, point, flex, point. I think I've got the screen tilted back a bit too far. Never mind. Point, flex, point, and in. Other leg. Point, flex, point, flex. Keep up nice and tall. In. Good. Okay. Now let's just keep going a little bit. We're going to dance of the fireflies. Ooh. Okay. You might want to just lift your thigh up. We're just going to circle. I'm going quite fast, aren't I? 5, 6, 7. Just do it the tempo you can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inwards. 1, 2. Did I do it inwards before? I can't remember. I think it was outwards. Must be Sunday night. Inwards. Oh, it's hard on this foot for me. Come on, keep up, Gina. Okay. Did you feel that on the sides here? Just point your foot so your toes like that. Point it so it's the other way, so you're stretching it out. Again. Now, push the foot out. Oh. I find this really hard. So you're sort of pushing the foot outwards without turning the leg with it. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just do it low if this is too high for you. Okay, now the hips. In, out, lift up as you do this. Feel gravity drawing the shoulder blades down. Feel the gravity in your seat. Other side, out. Lifting up. I don't know how many I've done. We'll do 4 on each side now. 1. Oh, it's finished. We'll just do 2. Another 2. good. We might now do some pliés. We'll start with our Alexander standing up. This time, let me think. We might just go straight into standing, and I might just talk for a minute about gravity so that you can start to get the feeling of it, because I'd like you to start thinking about it when you're walking, because you're going to use your feet more effectively if you're more aware of gravity when you're walking. So let's just stand up for a minute. Let's see this music. Okay, standing up. Actually, I need to pause that while I'm talking so that you can hear me. All right, now I'll move back a little bit. So, the thing is, when we're standing, when I talk about the Alexander technique, which I do refer to a lot, but take note, the things like belly button to spine, scapulae down, external rotation of the glute medius, this is not what I learned with the Alexander technique. In fact, it's different. Like, this is where the integration comes in. But if we just look at Alexander by itself and that feeling of going forward and up, we also need to remind ourselves that we've got that feeling of gravity. So if you were just going to succumb to gravity, you would feel like, so just feel like, imagine you're really heavy, and no jokes, please. No self-jokes like, oh yeah, well, I already really am heavy. It's just that feeling of weightedness in your movement. We had a really wonderful teacher. He was kind of strange, but he was so creative, and he taught us about using weight in movement. And when we learned about weight and gravity in our movements, we had to move, and you can practice this yourself in the kitchen maybe when no one's watching. There's just that feeling of when you're moving, feeling the heaviness in your movement, so that you feel that weighted feeling, and that's really getting in tune with gravity. When we're using Alexander technique and everything's lifted, which is the other side of movement, and that's what gives it that lovely lightness, that's going in the opposite direction. But gravity is always present, obviously, and we're always working really against gravity, because we're not even designed to balance our skeletons. As I've said before, I've talked about gravity before. I have, like right from the start. And I've talked about the fact that our skeletons are not designed to balance. They would just fall over. And this is why we're always using core control to a certain extent. So anyway, so let's now just stand in Alexander technique and feel your weight on your 2 feet. Feel the weight of that, the downward weight. What you get when you're walking is you're going to get a ground reaction force that's coming up. So you've got a few things going on. You've got gravity, you've got the ground reaction force, which is you playing up back into your body, and you've got that lifted feeling. So there's really a lot going on in your movement, isn't there? So anyway, we're going to allow the neck to be free, allow the weight to go forward and up, and now when we lengthen our back, I want you to feel gravity at one end and the liftedness at the other. So that it's like a two-way stretch, which I have talked about before. Allow the back to widen. So open all the way down. Allow the shoulders to fall apart. Now that's gravity. That's gravity. And allow the hips to release. Now, if you think about this is a really big point. When you allow the hips to release, you would not be adjusting your pelvis. That's not releasing. That's pushing. So you're releasing the tension from your lower back. Now, just imagine that your spine, that the tip of the coccyx is kind of lengthening. I mean, there's a curve to it, but this is just in our imaginations. So you're lengthening the spine. The belly button's moving towards the spine as you engage the core. And this is where you bring your spine into the most lengthened position that's still your neutral spine. There's no tucking, there's no pushing back. Let the scapulae just draw down with gravity, shoulders falling apart with gravity, and belly button to the spine. You've got it in one. So now if we were going to walk, we're going to walk. And I want you to take a step and push off on the back foot. Feel gravity as you take a step and push off. We're not going to labour over this because you're going to get bored if I do this for too long. But you can start practicing this, and I will do a more concentrated session on it another time. So let's just take a couple of steps. That's all we're going to do. I'm serious today, aren't I? So now, as you take a step, let your foot go down and feel the ground as you're walking, and feel that the back foot actually pushes off. And as it does, interestingly, it engages this glute medius. It's not easy to get straight away, so don't worry if you can't do it straight away. And feel gravity, feel the ground, and push off. And feel that activating here. So that's actually all I'm going to do on that, because this could take hours. I had someone who worked with me for a year on this. Every day, the most amazing person. I really loved working with him so much. She'd come back and see me actually, because I learned so much from him, watching him with the movements, and you know, he learned, I learned, and that's the best way for it to happen. Okay, let's just get moving again. We've got, but just be aware with your movement, feel gravity and feel the liftedness. Okay, we're going to do some spirals just to get our bodies moving. Spiral. Now we'll do it slowly. Hips. Hips first. Body. Look over the back shoulder. Hips. Look over the back shoulder. Hips. Look over the back shoulder. Can you feel the gravity in your movement and the lengthening? Keep it going. Now feel as if you're pushing your hand through the sand or water. Feel that. Feel the gravity, feel the lengthening, feel the sand on your hand. We should do it with both hands, shouldn't we? Okay, ribs, little circles with the ribs, just little ones, other way, and hip up, hip up, hip, hip, hip. Okay, very good. All right, now we're also going to do a little bit of upper body bending. Actually, I find that music very soothing, and I'm getting sort of like mesmerized by it. Hi Donna, how are you? Okay, so we're going to now do a little bit of upper body movement, but I think we might take our take ourselves into more of an arch. Okay, don't do this. Remember, everything's lifted. So feel the gravity into your hips. You lift into it. You lift into every movement. So what we'll do is we're going to go upper body only, forward, up, back, up. It was just the upper body. Then we're going to go forward, up, and then lift into it. Put your hands on the chair. Lift your chest as high as you can. I don't want a full bend back. Just go a bit further. We'll do it safely. And then we're going to go forward, like where we tuck our pelvis under, up, and then we're going to arch our back and with the pelvis forward and up. Just that. All right, just follow me and we'll do it together. And we'll do it together. Right. Oh. Forward, up, up. Let's do that again. Just here. Now bigger. Bend, not with the hips, not with the hips. Now with the hips. And with the hips. Start again. Forward, up, back, up. Strange music, or I can't hear the timing well. Forward, up, back, up. Now with the hips. Now let's do some contractions. Contract. Now when you contract, remember you don't sink. You can feel the gravity, you can feel the lifting, but it's not this. That's just gravity, isn't it? So we've got to do both. Contract, lift, contract, lift, contract. It's a very lifted movement. You don't ever really slump down, do you? Watch your shoulders aren't lifting. Watch your head position. And when you come up out of the contraction, you don't go into an arch, you just come up. Unless it's specified. Which we might do now. Contract. Arch the upper back. Contract. You can make it into a roll. Nice. Do you feel that roll? Yes. All right, now let's do some sideways. Well, no, before we do that, we need to do something with the legs because our legs are a bit cold, aren't they? So let's take it up, take it round, take it in and back. Da, 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 da. And I might just change it up a bit as we're doing the exercise. The exercise. Let's just see. It's kind of whimsical today, isn't it? Maybe it's a little bit sort of more chill because of Sunday. Now you should feel this in your lower backs. This is actually not a bad exercise for the lower backs. Interestingly, feel. Remember you've no tension in your lower back, releasing it. But you're lifting up and using your core. They're contraction in the glute medius. Who's ringing me? That was my sister ringing me. I need to turn off the notifications. All right, let's keep going. So, feel our sit bones. I don't normally have this at this time, that's why she wouldn't have realised. She can do no wrong, my sister. Not in my eyes. My sisters. Lift up, release the tension in the lower back. Let gravity just pull it down. It's good, isn't it? When you start thinking like that, suddenly you can become more in tune with your body. Now we might do a little bit. See how I'm going outwards? Good. All right, let's do a little bit of a swivel. Now, I think we might do, I want to do some arm movements, but we mustn't keep them too high because of people with sore shoulders, because I have said that Sunday's class is for people who have got some joint issues. So we're still going to do arm movements that are down lower. Okay, so we're going to, remember I showed you the arm position, second position? Now we'll do it a bit lower. Come back here. So we're lifting up, we're externally rotating our forearm. Now this has got a lot in it. So if you think about it, our arms are in this shape, but we're actually working to turn our arms so it's like that. And when you do that, you'll feel your arms working. Don't drop the upper arms. They have to be lifted. It's as though if you had your arm on a bench, on a table, it would be flat. This would be perfectly flat, well, perfectishly flat. All right, so we're going to go, sitting up, we'll go out, in, up, out, and out, in, up, out. Let's just do that for a second because we're going to put that with plies in a minute. Ooh. So let's see. Mysteries. This'll do, this'll do. Just follow me, I keep changing things all the time. Okay, externally rotate. See when I lengthen it, I don't do that. When you get used to it, you can add a few liberties. Like, you know, but to learn it, it's good to sort of keep the technique. All right, now first position. Down. I changed it, didn't I? I can't be trusted. See how we're not curving the back? We're just hinging from here. Good. Now, when we do this now, we're going to think about gravity. So let's just sit with our feet, parallel. We're going to hinge at the hips. All right. Now we're working against gravity, but we can feel it. We can feel it down our legs into the ground. And then we're going to come up. Now, as we come up, we're going to feel the lengthening through into the heels. and then up through the top of our heads. We're not standing back on our heels, but our heels are actually, they're feeling the gravity, the pull of gravity, as we're lifting out of that. Hi Carla, how are you? Okay, so got that? So it's not, this is why if we're standing in this position, we're not standing on the balls of our feet, are we? We're working with that oppositional pull. So we feel gravity into our feet, into our being. Right, so now we've done that, we're going to do a demi-plie again, but feel that. Okay, so we'll go back to our little first position, and we're going to sit up, feel your sit bones, even though you're in first position, and we're going to, and also feel, remember, gravity on to your lower back, so you're releasing the tension in your lower back. And we're going to now go forward, hinge like you would in Alexander, then come up into this demi-plie. Now feel the gravity, don't tuck under, just let gravity release the tension in the lower back. And to come up, then we're going to use our muscles, our glute medius, but not doing that. Okay, then release the tension, just let your bottom be natural. And then we're going to hinge and come up. All right, I think we've probably done enough of that. I think we need to do something a little bit more fun now. So let's just do a little bit, maybe a shuffle. We might do that. Get these little balls of the feet working. Let's see, what have we got here? Tupelo train. What sort of music? This is, I think this is folky music. It's very peaceful, very peaceful. Okay. It's not, maybe we'll do this. Lift up, lift up. There's lots going on. I think I was early. Lift up. I just make it up as I go along, so the timing will change, won't it? Okay, now lift the leg up, carry to the side, in, lift up, down. Feel that lower back releasing. Feel the lower back, the tension releasing, and it's not tucking under. That's a push. We don't push. Let gravity just release the lower back. Good. You're getting it, aren't you? Okay, in that position. Now turn it out. This is a bit more difficult in this position. Flex your foot. More of a challenge. Flex. Release the lower back. Scapular stabilization, just to go over it. Now as we do that, we're not going to do anything weird with our our bodies. We're just release the tension from the lower back, belly buttons to spine, draw the scapulae down, sitting up on your sit bones. It's too easy. Don't do anything else because it's overcomplicating it and it's actually incorrect. So just lift up gently, draw the scapulae down, keep the shoulders falling apart, feel the gravity of the shoulders just falling apart. Gravity is the most wonderful thing if you're using it with a liftedness. It's just wonderful. Okay, I go on, don't I? All right, now we're going to do, we haven't done anything for the backs of our legs. We've been going for a while. You know, I think I've got a little bit of Sunday night sort of itiness. I'm sort of a little bit. All right, so just take your leg here. Actually, take it here and pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, and then we're going to go up, 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 and other side. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, 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 other side. That's it. And what are you going to do with your lower back when you're sitting there? Are you going to be doing this and putting all this tension there? No, there's no need for it. No need whatsoever. Just release. And do that by just allowing the hips to release, which is a cue from the Alexander technique, and it's there for a reason. And just let that release. And if you think about gravity, it's so easy to do it that way. Okie doke. Take your time. Take your time, it's Sunday night. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how it's easier? Yeah, sure, Gina, they're saying. Other side. 1, 2. Make it easy. Release, release. Belly button to spine. Fall apart. Not back, apart, just open. We don't want any pushing. Fall apart. It's just natural that way, isn't it? Keep it open, head position. Belly button to spine. Last one, I think. When you think about the way children move, they do it with a lot of ease, don't they? You know, it's all, everything's moving because they don't have those built-in layers of tension in their body from bad movement patterns, or I shouldn't say bad. Okay, all right, now we're going to go up, stretch, bend, stretch. Now just, if you can't do this, even can't do it there, you don't have to hold on to it. Oh, that's a good look, isn't it? Just do it where it's comfortable. It might be here. If you can do a little higher, just do it a little higher. But we're not going too high. This is just a little bit of a stretch. And then when you're there, I want you to reach through the heel. Reach, 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 like it's going from the hip bone right out the heel, and lifting up, releasing the tension, shoulders falling apart, keep it open. If your scapulae are drawing down, your chest will be open. And you know the interesting thing, if your scapulae are in the right position and they're drawing down and they're nice and toned, your head will be freer. Isn't that interesting? And my neck's not great, so I need it. All right. How are we going for time? I think we might have done a half an hour. Might be time for dinner. Lift up. Actually, just keep it nice and free here. Don't do that. Weird. Now, push through the heel. Take it down lower if you need to. In fact, put it on the ground. Put it on the ground. Reach through that heel. Reach. I don't like this. I'm not into pieces of music without melody. It just doesn't do anything for me. Okay, reach through the heel. Bring it down. Reach through that heel. Feel the lower back tension releasing. Lift up. that's enough of that. I can't stand that. Oh, yuck. Even sounds out of tune. Actually, no, I won't go on about it. That's mean. I was listening to the ABC. I'm already talking about it. I was listening to the ABC and I'm in the car and the first violin is going down there. I was thinking, something's not right. It was sharp. And then on the way back, I was listening to another violinist and they were flat. I thought, what are you trying to do to me? You know, I was trying to enjoy it, but it was just a little bit strange. Birds in flight. Now, draw the scapulae down. See what I'm doing? I'm doing the dying swan. So, elbows up, elbows down. You could be out of Pavlova now. Now just do little ones. Now each time you come down, feel the scapulae draw down. And in fact, when you come up, the scapulae are still drawing down, aren't they? Belly button to spine. No tension in the lower back. Shoulders fall apart. Oh, I forgot Carla's here. Sorry, Carla. That was really kind of dirty singing. Okay. F1 more. So it's moving moving the upper body, and the shoulders are following. It's not like shoulders by itself, is it? It's not like our warm-up. This is a twist of the upper body. And we're using the shoulders as an accent. That's where they put a little bit of that kind of classical frilly sort of style in. It's very kind of old-fashioned. Like a, I suppose like a Fritz Kreisler, is that how you say his name? Violinist style of playing. Or it could be, you know, like a folkloric style. Okay, just give your feet a little bit of a shuffle. Shuffle. I was going to do this before and I didn't. I didn't start off doing tap. So let's do it. It's not very good for my shoes on the slate either. But let's do that with the music and then we're going to finish. We are, because it's time for you to enjoy your Sunday nights, although you will be enjoying this already, won't you? Of course you will. Sort of tappy, not really. Just the ball of the foot. Three, four. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good, Gina. Really good choice of music. All right, just have a little move around. Get your back moving. Take the leg out to the side. Leg out to the side. Oh, I didn't drop this thigh, did I? We didn't do that. Drop the other thigh. Drop. Lift up. Release the tension in the lower back. Drop. Release the tension. Shoulders falling apart. Belly button to spine. And what a difference it makes to your movement and the way you look. Thank you for being here so late on a Sunday night. I am going to get back to that 4 o'clock time and everything. I have to set up all these lights. I was running around going, "Oh, I've got to get the light." It took me quite a while to set up. I didn't mind though. Anyway, I will pause this because I need to say goodbye properly. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. And I'm making something. Hopefully I'll have it made for you by tomorrow. Anyway, a little resource. See ya.